Hello everybody. It's Angie coming on to do part 3 of decorating our journal pages using die cuts. Today's choice for the video are a couple dies here. It's this one. It's just like a framed floral element with a butterfly. We're going to use that one, and we're going to use this geometric design plate die here. So I thought I'd do a couple projects, do a couple creates, kind of give you guys some different perspective, different ideas of how to use your dies. Okay, so let's get started. I've got my elements here that I kind of had an idea what we would play with today. We're going to start with this one, with this design here, and again I'm just trying to use up scraps and little bits and pieces that we have laying around. Okay, just revisiting things. Okay, so I cut this out of just a random piece of scrap paper that I had laying around, and it's just kind of a mixtured watercolored page with some greens and some kind of like corals and white there. So I cut that out, and what I thought we would do with this one is make us a journal card. Okay, so what we're going to do is I have a couple pieces of book page, and what we're gonna do, let's see, oh, that works out good. Since this piece, this looks like it was one of the back pages, since this is empty, we're gonna use this as the back, and we're gonna glue two pieces of book page together just for put a little thickness and a little sturdiness to our journal card, because one page I don't think will be strong enough. Okay, and we're just going to put the two down together. Got a good press. And then we're going to put this down. And this might be a little more tricky because of all the little intricate cuts, but I'm going to try my best. And I'm going to try to just use some glue stick if I can. So I'm going to try to just kind of dab like this. That'll work. And luckily this is the glue that when it's dry it turns clear, so that's not a problem on this front side. And then I'm just going to turn it upside down and give it a press. That glue worked in really well. I think that'll work. And you can rub that away. That will, once it gets dry, it'll turn clear. Rub some of it away. Might be a little distracting to the eye. Okay, so then for our journal card, we need to just cut that down. Bring in my guillotine here. And we're just going to give it a little edge all the way around. Just a small amount. Let's do this corner first. Okay. And that gives us this nice size journaling card. And there we go. How easy was that? And we've got the back side for journaling, and that gives us a space with this particular die. 3 3/4 by 5. So that's a good size journaling card. Okay. And normally on a journaling card I would round the edges, but since the die has square edges, I think I'll keep the matte layer square as well. Okay, so now let's do some inking. So how is everyone today? Hope everybody's good. I've had a good day. So far, at least. Even though it's raining, we've got another day of overcast and rain and dampness. It's a little bit cooler. I think the high today is only about 66 with a lot of cloud cover, but still a beautiful day. Still a beautiful day. And then I'm just going to incorporate, I'm going to try and get a little bit of, work a little bit of that in, just a little here and there. Nothing too much. I'm not going to press too hard. Trying to get a little bit in some of those grooves here and there. There we go. Just to give that real vintage feel. Okay, I'm going to need that again. Let me leave that out. So then what I thought we would do, oops, I need to do the other side. Let me do that right now before I forget. Okay, so then what I thought we would do is I love working with my Tim Holtz paper dolls. So I just grabbed a paper doll. First one, oh, pull out his arm. And it looks like he's sitting down. Well, he is sitting down. So we need to have him propped on something. And I have these little chip wood pieces. So I grabbed a couple of those. But if you don't have anything like that, just use another die. You may have a die. Cut out a couple squares of just regular cardstock. Layer them up, maybe 2 or 3 pieces in thickness, just to give it a little bit of dimension, and use that. Okay? Don't feel like you can't do the project just because you have this, don't have these little pieces of wood squares. Just use regular old paper and layer them up. Probably I'd say at least 3 card thickness. And you'll be doing good. And I thought I would just ink this up really good. And it'll look like try and make it look somewhat of like a box or crate type look. So we'll ink these up. Okay. Doesn't have to be a lot because we're going to put a little something on there. Okay, so we're going to have him sitting right there. So I thought what we would do is position these boxes to where it looks like he's sitting on the box. But then we also need, because it looks like, I just thought of it, it looks like he has his elbow on something as well. So I have some more. Do we need to put, let's see here. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. We'll just use a couple more. That one looks like it's cracked. Let me grab this one. Okay, that should do it. And we can ink him up a little bit, at least the edges. I have some continuity going around. Okay, that's good for him. And let's get those down where we want them. So let me see. Okay. And to be honest, using just paper on this might even be an advantage. I don't know. Just, you know, not using the little, even though they're not thick at all by any means. It just might be a preference and you might like it even more. But I just have a whole bag of these and I enjoy trying to use them up where I can. Okay, so he's gonna sit there. So we need to have these kind of positioned about there. Okay, and I should have brought this up just a bit, but that's okay. We could still work with it. This is all playing and creating and having fun. And I'm going to purposely kind of stack them not straight up on top of one another. I kind of like the staggered look. So I'm going to specifically do that, purposely, I guess I should say would be the better word, to do that. I want to make sure on this one, right about there, okay? Double check one more time. And let's see where I want him. Maybe over just a bit before it dries. Okay. So I'm going to give that a little press. Make sure those are down. And I think they grabbed hold. Okay. Okay, so now we need to decorate these boxes a little bit. And we could have done that before we stuck them down, but that's okay. And I grabbed a few little elements. Let me cut this out. This might be good. Do this one. Okay. Get this down, maybe. Put that there. Let me put that over on that. That would have been good. I should have wrapped that around, but that's okay. We can just tear that right off. Not a big deal. Okay. We're just going to use all these little bits and pieces if we can. Maybe we can put this right up here. And let's see. Just trying to think as I'm inking here for placement. Okay, let's see. And let's cut this. I purposely put that sideways on its side just to kind of give it a little, like maybe somebody stacked these crates not up straight up and down like they should have, I don't know, or labeled them purposefully. So then we'll put this one, we'll put that one down, and we'll even use this little piece here. Right there. Okay. And we'll put our gentleman down. Looks like he's a hard-working man. He's just sitting down waiting on his train or something. Okay, so we just want to do this leg to about there, and I'm going to use a little stronger glue for this. And then we want a little bit on his elbow. And we're also going to have to use, because the wood pieces are raised, we're going to have to put a little bit of foam tape behind him so he's not sitting up all crooked. Oops. So we're going to have to put some foam tape on part of him. Just put a few pieces, a couple pieces here and there. One on his head and one over here on his top part of his body. I think that'll do. Okay, and then we'll position him. Just like that. And there we go. We've got ourselves a nice journal card. Nice journaling card. Good size space. What I say, 3.75 by 5. Isn't that nice? Okay, let's move right along to the other one. And what I had an idea for that one is I cut this one out. Again, a just random piece of scrap paper, and it was a blue and white piece that I had. So I went through my elements and I found a couple other blue pieces that we thought would tie that in. And I thought with this one, when you look at that, what do you see? I don't know what you see, but I'm trying to get you to think of something different. So out of this, I thought we would make a pretty pocket. Okay, we can't do it like that. We'd have to put, and I also thought if I had more time, I'd do more demonstrations. We could do it with an acetate window and make it look really pretty. But just for time's sake, we're just going to back it. And I just grabbed a piece of brown paper. So let me trim that down. And we're going to make a pretty pocket out of this. And actually, I think I want to glue it down first, just so it doesn't move on me, so I know where I want to cut it. So let's do that first. And I'm going to do the same way. I'm just going to use some glue stick, and I'm just going to dab around the cuts. Okay, try not to, kind of delicate, so try not to mess it up too much here. Okay, and down we go. Leave a little bit of a border. Yeah, let's see, I think this just straighter. Oh, see, and your glue dries kind of fast. So you gotta be ready to stick it down once you put your glue stick. Okay. And down we go. Just do a little dab. Reverse it. Flip that. And then give that a little press. Make sure we get it stuck down well. Okay. And now we can trim it out. and blue go well together, I think. There we go. Okay, now for this one, we can round the corners. At least give it a little different look. So let's do that. Nice little pretty pocket. Give it a delicate feel. And I think with the elements that I chose for this one, I think it's pretty pretty universal. You can use it as you know, in a feminine, more feminine journal page, or just, you know, just a basic, you know, I think it would tie in and fit with any themed journal that you had going. You know, as long as the page that you're putting your element on, you know, it matches with your color scheme. I think this will look nice in any journal. From feminine to not so feminine. Okay, so what I thought we would do is glue this right down to the side. Like that. I thought that would look nice. So let's do that. Let me glue book back in here for a second. Okay, maybe lay that down right on the side. I didn't need it up there, so I'll pull that off. Okay, and then I got this other little element. I just thought just to add a little something. So we'll get that inked up, put that down. That would look nice right here in the corner, like so. And then we could doll this up a little bit, and for that, I thought maybe some lace. I don't know. I got some flat back enamel dots, jewels. That would actually look good behind there, like that. I think I like that. Let's do that. There's just a lot of different things that you can do, guys. This is just a simple frame die, and we're turning it into a beautiful pocket. Okay? So just think outside the box. I'm just trying to give you guys inspiration and get you guys thinking of different ways that you can use your pieces to work, for them to work to your liking in your journals. Okay? It's not quite straight, so let me pull that up and get it straight here. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, and then yeah, let's get that. That'll work for the tag that we put in there if we have time. Okay, maybe we can, let's see, those are kind of too dark. Yeah, let's try a couple of these and see how those work. Actually, excuse me for a quick second, I thought maybe just some diamond studs might look nice. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Changed my mind at the last second. Okay, maybe if we just do some of these, that might look nice. And we'll run a few pieces down the butterfly's body. I think we need that many. Cut one off. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, that looks nice. And maybe one here in the corner. And one in the other corner. Don't really need one in these corners because that element is blocking it. Maybe right there. Just so we have some bling on both sides. No other reason than that. You can't go wrong with bling. Okay, there we go, guys. Two completely different dies, two completely different looks. This one we make it out of a pocket, and you just get your page here. Okay, and you put that pocket right down. Okay, and we can make us a quick tag for it. We'll just use book page since that's what we've got handy. Again, when I work with book page, I like to do it, double them up. So we will do that. That down. I don't think we'll have enough time to get it decorated, but at least we can get the, and let's make it about 5.5, and just cut off enough to straighten that edge up. There we go. It's a good size tag. Okay, trim our ends, our tops. Ink that baby up. And that tag is ready for decorating. I've got this little piece of trim left over. We can attach that. We'll just use a quick stapler. Staple that down. If I can get it positioned. Alrighty. And there we go. I don't think we have enough time to get that tag decorated right now, but here we go. There's our journal page. There's our pretty pocket. Glue it down to your page, and you've got yourself a nice tag. Okay. And then here's our journal card. Journaling card, nicely decorated with a Tim Holtz paper doll. Two completely different looks, guys. Okay, and here are the dies that we used. And you can't even hardly tell. There's the die that we used for this one. Maybe if I turn it over, you can see it a little bit better. See? Just to give it a little bit of dimension, a back element on that back. I think it looks great. And then here's the one. Where's the other one here? Huh, what did I do with it? Here we go. And then this one, this framed die here, we turned into a pretty pocket. Look at that. 2 different looks, 2 different ideas. So many different things you can do. This one, if you wanted to, I mean, there's just so many more ideas. I wish I had more time to do more projects with you guys. But here's just a couple, just to get you guys thinking of how you can use your dies, okay? I hope you like the projects that we made together today. Hope you give it a try. I'd love a thumbs up. I'd love if you'd subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, okay? Until tomorrow, we'll have a new die, a new project. Thank you so much. God bless. Bye-bye.